everybody? It's WhatDaBuG. I'm back. So, I'm sure by now everybody's seen and watched the first episode of Gypsy Rose, Life After Lockup. I don't know about you guys, but I, once again, found it very entertaining. Not much happened, so it's not like if you didn't see it yet, you're missing on anything big time. What I would like to talk about is, I don't know if it was just me, but I definitely noticed how Gypsy, well, first off, she acts very much so, well, she's a brat. There's the part when they get to the hotel the very first night, and she's like, I kind of just want to, like, be by myself. Okay, he just came and picked you up, and he's absolutely in shock. He's seen her before. They've talked on the phone a million times. He's gone to visit her. So it's not like he's completely starstruck. It's not even that at this point. I think even though he saw her rise in popularity in the last few months, not now, but prior to her getting out, with her numbers going up, I mean, the family was very aware. So the very first night, they get to the hotel and they're having a basic conversation. You can tell, but the way that it's edited, they just kind of cut to her being like, I just want to be alone. Like, she kind of wants her privacy, which I would totally, completely, 100% understand. But it's the way that all he's really trying to do is make sure she's cool, she's adjusting, and he's excited too. It's not just him trying to consummate their marriage. It's not just that. I'm sure they're both pretty excited for that. It's just weird. There's the awkwardness because the cameras are there, but outside of the cameras, it's just, she's just acting very bratty. And then the first thing you hear her say, because he can't go in with the cameras, right? So he's mic'd up. And literally the first thing you hear her say, or the first thing that they edit so that we hear her say, the boots don't even fit. Oh God, here we go. I wasn't surprised at all to hear that she was like, oh, already being ungrateful, because she's been ungrateful for basically everything in her life. There was the boots. Then she's like, I just kind of want, like, she's like asking for space, but her body language, you can tell she's not attracted to Ryan, and you can tell that she doesn't really want him around. She doesn't want him to touch her. There's this one part where they both go to hug each other, but he's going in for a kiss and then a finishing hug, whereas you can see she totally turns her head. You know, when you don't want someone to kiss you, you turn your head, or, you know, you can see it happen. If you guys didn't see it, go back. I believe it's when they're at the family's house and they're dealing with all the lawyer stuff, the parole stuff, because one parole was like, you got to get your down to Louisiana, the Missouri parole, and then Louisiana's like, yo, we're not even open until the day that you're supposed to be checking in. Like, you're good, dude. It's fine. Missouri was either trying to just wipe their hands of her. Well, they probably were, one, trying to do that, but two, they were probably more than likely not just trying to wipe their hands, but they were trying to get out of that situation as fast as possible because of the media. The phone calls surrounding it, how he's got to call and be like, yeah, you gotta come and meet us here, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna give you directions in the morning. I can't tell you what time I'm gonna call you. And then I'll tell you what time when I call you. Then you'll know what time you're gonna go pick her up. Because that was the whole thing. It was like, well, where's the pictures of Gypsy getting out? Since we knew that there had been media that had recorded her, if not a few days prior, within that week of her getting out, which now that we've seen it, we know for a fact there was media in there within that couple days of her getting out. I mean, look, I'm very excited to watch the rest of it. I had this weird feeling when I was watching it. When they go to the store, it was the first time that media had gotten a hold of her. It was kind of surreal even just to watch it. I guess it's because we just see the pictures and the short little clips. To be able to see it, like I said, this is IRL, man. This is in real life. We don't really see the whole thing, which is why I was excited to really watch this, because this is exactly what not just me, but other creators have been predicting. This docuseries could easily be the downfall because her true colors aren't going to be able to hide as well. She's not going to be able to have that smoke screen up the same way when the cameras have her pretty raw. I mean, it's not like it's up to her what parts get edited in and what parts get edited out. I don't know what these contracts say. I don't know what hers specifically says. There's a million types of contracts. Lifetime is one of the bigger companies that does stuff along these lines. They know what they're doing. But Gypsy and Ryan and Rod and Christy and Mia, they don't have a say what's going to go in and what's going to go out. Now, of course, we're going to see a lot of duplicate information coming out because we've already been seeing it unfold. So they're like, all right, well, we'll just kind of fill in the gaps of the stuff that happened in between the social media things. Man, no, we see everything. So I don't know. I know I'm not the only one out there that thinks that this might not have been the best idea to do a reality show, especially not while she's on parole. But I mean, I guess take it where you can get it. I mean, if this is your 15 minutes of fame, do it. And her 15 minutes of fame's got her, like, blown up. It's not like Casey Anthony. Imagine this. Imagine if Kaylee hadn't have been schmurdered. Like, let's pretend that it was Kaylee that had done that to Casey, like, now. Or, like, 10 years ago. So would it be okay for us to be making Kaylee famous and have millions of followers and book deals and podcasts? I don't know. It really is just very strange. Casey Anthony is popular, but not with the support because of the person that was schmurdered in the situation. But that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm saying. Gypsy is literally famous right now for something very bad. Literally one of the worst crimes that you could commit. I'm not really 100% sure on how much of that was really true. I've already kind of spoken on that. I do not believe that she was fully mistreated by any means on the level or scale that she is portraying. She is taking other people's stories. There is a story that's being told and it's not hers. As I continue to watch it, the body language is just so strange. So, like I said, there was the weird hug where he's going in clearly trying to kiss her. I'm just trying to go back to the things that she said, that he hoarded food, and he showed us that video of his refrigerator. He did that whole thing. He shouldn't have had to do that. It's ridiculous. It's just proving a point how stupid her excuses were to be getting a whole divorce. I don't know, man. There's so many people that go through divorces, and there's so many crazy amounts of arguing and fighting that goes on. It's like she's trying to make a story about this guy and make him sound like he's horrible, or he's got some weird hoarding mental disability or something. I don't know what she's trying to, like, make that out to seem. This guy's done a lot, and she just dropped him for the other guy that didn't even like all the attention or whatever, and that's why he was like, oh no, it's getting, I don't know, I don't like all this. Well, it's funny because she gets 8-9 million followers and money's coming in and book deals are coming in and interviews and podcasts, and she's just becoming a regular day conversation. She's trending on all the different platforms. I mean, you type her in Google, dude, that just sounds like gold digging straight up. And I'm not hating on a gold digger, all right? I'm not gonna hate on a gold digger. Everybody's got to make their moves, okay? I guess. But in this situation, it's just so obvious and clear. Even Christy and Rod were being really strange. Rod threatens him with his GUNs, and he's like, don't be doing anything crazy. I don't know what would lead them to think that Ryan's gonna do something crazy. And of course, we already have had the ideas that Christy had a big part in probably more than likely why Gypsy left Ryan the way she did so abruptly. But now seeing it, and it's only the first episode. Holy crap, dude. You know what? Not only was Ken always there, literally, I don't know like what Ken's living situation is, but to me, it seems more than likely that the family was against Ryan. Now Ken's all of a sudden here and it's just fine. Now, you know what is the weirdest thing? Is that Gypsy had Ken over and they all watched the premiere of the show. I saw a couple other videos and some people were saying that actually Ken hasn't been around as often, which I don't know. I don't think that's really weird because he hasn't officially moved there yet. So, I mean, it's not like just because he's dating Gypsy or they're secretly engaged or whatever the hell the situation is. It's not like he just quit his job, because that was the thing. They're like, Ryan, make sure, like, don't, like, he's married to her and who knows what paperwork was signed. I don't know. I haven't heard any of the same ridicule, but I guess it's because they're out, but they still have to kind of be on the DL. They're so recently separated. It doesn't even seem like they can be like, yeah, we've been separated. I do my research. That's just what I do. If you guys have watched the show, definitely leave a comment. Let's start this conversation. I want to know what you guys think about all the other things that happened in just that short 50 minutes. Okay, everybody. Well, I hope you're having a good day or a good afternoon or a good evening or whenever you watch this. Please don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe. All of that is helpful. Don't forget to ring the bell wherever it may be. Have fun doing whatever you're doing. I don't know what you're doing.